Good morning, Mississippi. Thanks for tuning in to the MaG Show. I'm your host, Unapologetically Anna. We sit with people who hashtag make Mississippi better. Today, I'm very thankful I'm sitting with Sherren Smith, founder of Dream Chasers. Good morning, Sherren.
Good morning, and thank you for having us on this morning.
Thank you for being here. I am so happy I have come across you and your organization and what you do to make Mississippi better. You are giving people education, encouragement, you're uplifting them, you're helping families, providing income, all sorts of things. So, if you can just tell us briefly, what is Dream Chasers?
Dream Chasers, it is a state approved school, but it's also my personal ministry. So I'm really on a mission from God, and actually, we're just really passing out blessings.
I love that you said it's also my personal ministry because what I know about you is that you turned pain into purpose.
Yes.
You had tragedy in your life, and instead of giving up, quitting, you could be laying in bed being depressed all day, but you are doing something to help other people change their lives. Dream Chasers is what did you say,
We are a state approved school.
State approved school, and you educate people, excuse me, you give people education, provide education so people can become certified nursing assistants.
Yes.
And truck driving?
Well, actually, we do CNAs, which are nurse assistants, phlebotomists, EKG technicians, technician, medical assistants. We're working on the LPN program, pharmacy technician, hair braiders, carpenters, painters, welders, electricians, small injury repairs, plumbers, teach them how to do vehicle system check. And I think everybody needs to know how to do that.
That is so much.
Yes, and we do HVAC, and we have basic computer application, and we have a 4-week and a 8-week CDL truck driving program.
Oh my goodness. I love too that you just said hair braiders because you told me your youngest student was
12.
12 and you've had as old as
62.
Because it is never too late to learn. It's never too early to learn.
Yes.
The education that Dream Chasers is providing allows people to go get gainful employment. You're upgrading lives.
Yes.
And that's just so wonderful.
Last year became an eligible state employer, eligible training provider for the state of Mississippi. So those can go to the employment office, and if they qualify, that they will pay for them for our 8-week truck driving program, our 4-week phlebotomy program, and our 8-week pharmacy tech program. And we also, I want to mention that we do a Little Big Dreamers youth trade program for 12-year-olds and up.
Mm-hmm.
And we also do prison reform. So we do reentry programs so those that's getting out so they won't have to go back in.
Yes, ma'am.
And we offer pretty much everything in 4 weeks.
This is music to my ears. And prison reform means so much. People commit a crime, they get a sentence, they go to jail. Well, there's no rehabilitation. So recidivism is really high in Mississippi. We're creatures of habit. Yes. So if you're used to obtaining an income illegally and spending time in jail, you can just live in that cycle forever, but you're helping break that cycle. And every time someone breaks a cycle or provides someone with education that allows them to get employment, you're also building families, helping build the foundation which Mississippi needs. We chatted a little yesterday so I could get ready for the show, and that's one thing that just kept coming up is how much gratitude you have towards the Most High. That meant a lot to me because I do too. And I feel like we're both where we are because we acknowledge our Creator, yes. Give all the thanks, all the glory, and continue to try to follow in His path. Because you really truly look at this as your personal ministry. You do what you do because you feel rewarded when someone else is successful. Yes. That's beautiful. Sherren Smith, founder of Dream Chasers.
And then that really was a 6-year dream.
Yeah.
I was actually jotting down information over the period of time. I am a registered nurse. I have a bachelor's degree, but that does not define who I am. I'm a child of God. So Amen. I have been traveling the world doing health screenings for corporate company employees, nurse aid evaluator, pretty much giving individuals, testing them out to become CNAs. just a lot of different things, little home health, just in and out of different cities and states. And I see organizations or schools like Dream Chasers, and why not? Why not have one here in Meridian,
Right.
Mississippi? We can change your life within 1 month,
Mm-hmm.
for forever. You know, some of our classes are 1 day a week for 4 weeks, and some of them are 4 days a week for 4 weeks. And I just feel like by me traveling, seeing the world at somebody else's expense, meaning through my education, through my contracts for working, it pretty much gave me an idea to bring something else to Meridian, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. And not everyone has time to spend 2 years at a community college or 4 years at a real college. That's just reality. That's not knocking the university. It's just reality. Sometimes people need a quicker way to get out there and start working and making their own income. Sometimes people are bored in their career, but they already have a family and bills and they can't quit their job to go to school. So you're given a lot of different options for people. But you know what really touched me is yesterday. You told me about how your students, you're there for them. So you just mentioned depression and anxiety, something everyone struggles with, whether or not they admit it. Um, you are open to coach your students, whatever they're going through. They call you at any time of the day.
They do.
Yeah, you're like a mama hen.
I tell them the very first day of class my story, and I let them know that you're not going to suffer in silence. We're
Yeah.
here to take back everything the devil has taken from us. So, so
Amen.
we become a sister, like a sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
Even the guys, you know, with the truck driving and other trades, I have had some men come into the healthcare field as well. But you know, I'm very open and accessible. Try to be very transparent.
I want to talk about the phlebotomy, EKG, just the variety of career options you're training people for, because LPN and RN are wonderful designations. And I mean, so is PhD, so is MD, OD, all of it, right?
Yes.
But not everyone has the time in their life for that. And some of us, like me, are really indecisive. I was actually a CNA. So it allowed me to kind of investigate the healthcare field. And many of those career options you listed that you train for, that's what they do. Instead of committing to an LPN program or an RN program or pre med and med school, you can learn phlebotomy, you can learn CNA, and then get exposed, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And they can also do this while they're in nursing school. This is just a short period of time, and then they can get certified and go make some money while they're in school.
And tell me about the truck driving portion. Do you have women that finish that?
Yes, we do have women that finish the program, and actually, a lot of them we train only in a standard shift, so we try to make sure they know if you train in an automatic, you will have restrictions on your license. So we train in a standard shift
Mm-hmm.
because if you train in an automatic, you just put a barrier on yourself. So that'll put you out of a job if there's an employer that does not have, that type of truck. So we try to make sure we know that, and we let them know that up front. And it's just all God. That's
And
all.
it really is. Sherren Smith says education is key. That's what you said yesterday.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, this all started. I mentioned in our first segment that you are turning pain into purpose, and that's something I have run into with almost everyone that has come on the MaG show. It's very notable. Let's talk about your pain. What happened in your life that sent you into your personal ministry?
Actually, my son, DeMarcus D'Angelo Smith, he was my first son. He was murdered. He was a dream chaser too. He had created his own record label. He was selling his T-shirts, and he was on his way. He was a rising star, and he was traveling the world. And he come back to Meridian, Mississippi, walking down the street in broad daylight, and somebody shot him 3 times in the back. So we're still seeking justice from him for him. And before then, when I got my bachelor's degree, I actually, I'm from Tubusuba. So I got my bachelor's degree and I felt like I had made it. And so I went back to Tubusuba and started hosting car shows and doing back to school bashes, giving away free school supplies and such. And he performed at my very first car show at 16 on stage by himself, and he did an awesome job. So it started from there with Sherren, which is one of my organizations.
Ah, okay.
And after he was murdered, I started Mothers of Murdered Children Meridian chapter. And so
Okay.
We turn pretty much our thing with mothers of murdered children. We turn our grief into action. So the action is dream chasers.
I love this on so many levels. I have met other mothers who did the same thing. It's very empowering because now instead of focusing on your grief, you're focusing on something positive,
Yes.
and you're encouraging other people to be positive.
Yes.
But you're really giving people lives. That's how I see dream chasers. I see the school, the opportunities as a way to reduce crime in our city.
Yes.
People who have gainful employment, people who can secure housing are less likely to commit crimes. This just the statistics.
Yes.
And you're giving people opportunities to find a way to obtain gainful employment, and gainful employment leads to secure housing, and it leads to feeding yourself, all the things. I always see the bigger picture. I always see the connections and the domino effect. And you are a beautiful domino doing wonderful things in Meridian and Mississippi.
So we're having a 2-day women empowerment conference. It's called New Beginning. Actually, there's a powerful song that's out there. Y'all go look it up by H.E.L.L.O. And it's called New Beginning, H.E.L.L.O. So pretty much, you know, when these young ladies or men get out into the world, guess what? This is my new beginning. And hello, you know.
Hello.
And so that's why the conference is titled that. But it is next weekend, which is Mother's Day weekend. What better time to have a conference for women?
Amen. I love it.
So it's going to be Friday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And our speaking engagements are going to start at 5:30. So that's pretty much like a meet and greet. We are going to do, you may see on my page, I'll talk about Wellness Wednesday. So that's, we'll actually go to Bar 20 and do karaoke from 8 to midnight.
So you're going to have some speakers, and then y'all are going to go sing and laugh and enjoy each other. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. Yes. It's awesome. And the next night you're having a gala.
Yes. So Saturday, May the 11th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., we're actually going to, that's our big day, where the speakers also going to engage it as well. And we're going to give out door prizes at every session. And then the gala, like you're saying, it starts 7 p.m. to midnight on that Saturday night. So we're going to incorporate men then. So they can come out.
We're going to let the men come in.
Yes. So it's a great time. We're gonna give flowers to every woman, real live flowers. Want to give them their flowers while they're still alive. Going to give them gifts and meals for everyone, and they also get other door prizes. And some of those door prizes will be classes from Dream Chasers, and depending on how many women that come or people that come out, we may just give everybody free classes because we just want to bless everybody.
I love this. Okay, so come for your chance to win a free class, and that's awesome.
Yes.
I'm looking at the flyer and I'm seeing some pretty powerful people on here. Ramondi Walker, she's been a great influence to me in my life and helped me through some things. She's also our Ward 4 City Council woman. Who are some of these other people?
So we have Dr. Stamps. Actually, she's my apostle. Let me see who you have on here. This is Miss Brenda Burton. Actually, she's a prophetess, and she actually is a dream chaser. So she came through our hair braiding program, and she's also in the healthcare field. We have educator, Ms. McBride. She's from Meridian Public School District in her past. I have some other ministers on there. Have nurse practitioner Kamanichi Walk with Kamanichi Clayton. She just opened up her own office. We have other healthcare workers. We have other authors on there, which is Miss Ruth Sanders, which is right here. She's a registered nurse, the community educator.
And people who come can hear from all of these women?
Yes, yes.
I also see Inspire Walker on here.
Well, actually, that's her auntie.
That's not Inspire. Oh my God, I don't have my glasses on. Walker family, I'm sorry. That's Angela.
That's Angela.
I just ripped the runway with Angela a few months ago.
She's gonna come and rip the runway with us as well.
Oh, I love it. Y'all better come on to this conference and get inspired and learn some things. I love it.
We have one of the young ladies that's from the parole office. She's actually coming to speak. Okay. On the back of it is other dream chasers, other women of power. They can actually, you know, if you can't get a connection with one person in the building, you can get connected with someone else that can uplift, inspire, and motivate you.
Right, right. And get some flowers and feel good. I noticed on Facebook, that's what I was trying to look up on my phone, that you used H.E.L.L.O as an acronym, and each word stood for something different. And when I was looking, last night into some things. I read it and it made me feel special and it made me want to go even more. So I'm just going to take a moment to encourage everyone. Follow founder Sherren Smith. Is your Facebook public?
Yes.
Follow her on Facebook and go follow and like the Dream Catchers page.
Dream Chasers.
Dream Chasers.
The logo is
Dream Chasers. And I've got medicine head and I'm fighting some things today, but hey, we always are. Go like, follow all those pages. Check them out. See what classes you can get involved in. Come get uplifted next weekend. Will you tell us the date and time?
Okay, it's going to be next Friday, which is Mother's Day weekend, not Mother's Day. It's going to be Friday, May the 10th, 4 to 8. And then Saturday, we're actually going to do a Saturday, May the 11th, 11 to 3. And then at night, 7 p.m. to midnight.
Is the gala. That's where we let the men come play.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
And then if you're looking for a way, or if you know someone who's looking for a way to change their life, to learn some new things, please contact Sherren Smith. Get educated. Just get informed. I think some of these careers that you educate people on, people don't even know are a career.
Right. And they are. Yes, they are a career. And actually, you can start your own business with everything that we offer. That's the other powerful part of it. H.E.L.L.O. You said the acronym, it means.
Yes, tell us. Thank you.
For us, it means come on out so the women will be healed, empowered. We'll start living and not existing and loving oneself. So, hello.
That just gave me chills. I think I just told you yesterday I wasn't living. I was just alive, and now I'm actually living, and I'm getting to meet wonderful people who are making Mississippi better, contributing to our economy, to everything, making families stronger. Thank you so much, Sherren, for coming on the show today. I can't wait to hang out with you next weekend. I think we're going to be doing more shows and more work together. I see it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, go follow Sherren Smith, and she spells it special. I love it. It's Sherren, Sherren Smith. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. Thank y'all for tuning in. I encourage everyone, as always, do what you can to hashtag make Mississippi better. I'm your host, Unapologetically Anna, and this has been the MaG Show.